When Chevy unveiled the third generation Equinox about 3 years ago, they made a lot of controversial changes to owners who had the previous generation. It was a lot smaller, the V6 engine was gone, and it was a much more lighter vehicle to go head to head with things like the CR-V. So here, I'm at the 2020 Chicago Auto Show, where Chevy has just taken the wraps off of the 2021 refreshed Equinox. Let's take a first look. Now, last year, Chevy managed to move a little under 350,000 of these here in North America. So this was the company's best-selling SUV and their second best-selling vehicle overall in the States. So as you can see, the Equinox is a very important part of the Chevrolet lineup. For 2021, the company has made some pretty extensive changes, especially when you look at this model. This is the new RS Sport trim. As you guys know, Chevy's been trying to add a little bit more flair into their lineup, and I really like the changes that they've done here for the RS model. You can see the front fascia has a new grille. You have this corporate bow tie logo at the front, which now it's black painted, which I think is a huge improvement over the yellow gold painted one that you usually get on the regular models. These full LED headlights are also a new addition. I'm not entirely sure if they come standard, but I do like the fact that they include an LED running light here. You have these incandescent turn signals. It looks like there are no fog lights on this particular one here. I can't remember if the pre-refresh model had the fog lights, but I really like the changes that Chevy has made here to the front fascia. It just looks a little bit more aggressive and distinctive. Now, underneath the hood, they haven't made any changes. You still have a 1.5-liter four-cylinder turbo and a 2-liter turbo that carries over. No word yet if the diesel is going to be carried over, but the 1.5 comes with a 6-speed automatic. The new 2-liter has a 9-speed automatic. You can take your pick with either front or all-wheel drive. Now, looking at the rest of the profile here, you can see the wheels are also a new addition for 2021. These are part of the RS package here, where it's kind of like a dark finish wheel. These are an 18-inch design. Overall, I think the wheels look good, especially when you have it in this, red painted exterior color. The Equinox was made a lot smaller when they introduced this generation model. At 183 inches long, this was about the same size as something like a CR-V or a RAV4. Remember, this goes head to head with the heart of the compact crossover segment, so that's very important for Chevy with the changes they've made for this vehicle. Now, back, you can see there are some changes again that will really make this thing look a lot more tasteful. Now, the taillights, as you can see, have been refreshed. You have these new quad outlet exhaust system here, which looks really good. You only get that on the RS version of this vehicle. And as you can see, this one here has the 2-liter turbocharged engine, along with some more of the black badges here. It all makes for a very tasteful update. And I think Chevy buyers are going to really appreciate the changes they've made for the Equinox RS trim. Now, opening up the cargo area, Chevy didn't make any changes. Remember, this is just a refresh, but if you guys own the previous generation, you will note that this is a little bit smaller than the old version, but at around 30-ish cubic feet of space, this is still very class competitive. Maximum space is just under 70 cubic feet, so you're gonna get a little bit more space if you look at something like a Toyota RAV4, a Nissan Rogue, or a Honda CR-V. Now, on the inside of the 2021 Equinox, you can see the changes are a little bit more subtle. Obviously, this RS version that I'm showing you has some red stitching, which looks good. You again have the black bow tie badge over here. Then you have the latest version of the Chevrolet MyLink infotainment system. The screen looks like it measures around 8 inches. You're still going to get things like Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. For 2021, Chevy has also improved the safety content in this vehicle. You'll get features like forward collision warning, automatic braking, lane keep assist. Those are all standard for 2021, which is a nice addition because remember, most of the competition is going to have those safety features as standard. Now, sitting in this interior, I do like some of the red trim. It's a very dark cabin, so I would recommend going for a different trim if you guys want a little bit of a lighter option. The space in here is also pretty good. Visibility is good. The back seat has roughly the same space as what you're going to find in some of the competition. However, I will note that the CR-V and the Subaru Forester will have a little bit more backseat legroom. Again, Chevy kind of shrank that when they made this car a lot smaller for this generation. Now, Chevy says this 2021 Equinox will be going on sale in the fall of this year with no pricing yet announced. The old one was right around the mid $20,000 range for the base version, but it could get pretty expensive, especially if you guys option in with the 2-liter model. So I expect something like this will probably be closer to $40,000, which is right around the norm. Remember, everything's kind of getting more expensive, especially with all the new technology that these cars are getting nowadays. For Redline Reviews here at the 2020 Chicago Auto Show, I'm Sofyan Bey.